Guys, we're at the TCIA Expo in Hartford, having a great time here, seeing some wonderful new equipment, a lot of people, and here we are at the Exotica booth. This place has been a crowded place for the whole show. Nice booth. They're showing off their new load cell that talks to an iPad and tells you the weights you put on it. And working with Morgan Thompson. He's the inventor of the Unisender. And I just want to show you their Unisender. Mine's the old one with just a single slot. There is the new one, the new arrangement on the L bracket. And I just want to show you this as a possible way of connection. A very short 9mm tether from Sterling, carrying the head end of the line, and then there's still enough room in the machined hole to carry the carabiner where you pull up the tail end of your line. And so what you wind up with is the U-Saver system terminating in the Exotica 1.1 Mini on your saddle, your static line coming up here, the dual static line, and the life support prusik tending the climbing in a loop system. So just wanted to let you know that the new one accepts the two connections readily and is a reasonable way to go. Here's some more footage from the TCIA. This is at the track lift booth. And if you remember Will in Men in Black, as he got into the alien spaceship, he says, "I got to get myself one of these. I got to get myself one of these." This is a hell of a machine. 50 feet up, 50 feet out, and talk about innovative technology, batteries and diesel and treads. I got to get myself one of these. Just one of the things you see at the TCIA. Here we are on the upstairs floor. The TCIA Expo has outgrown the downstairs, and they've spilled over into the upstairs. There's a whole series of booths up here. Here we are at the Kong booth. Let me show you what has impressed me here. This I've never seen anything quite like this, and I want to get smarter about this. They call this the Frog, and it's a climb-rated attachment, 26 kilonewton, and damnedest thing I've ever seen. I'm looking forward to getting some more time with my hands on this. But it's a hell of a show, and a lot of people having a good time here.
It automatically goes up.
Guys, there's innovation happening all over this show, and as far as I'm concerned, Petzl kind of owns the word vertical, and they do all kinds of great stuff. I want to show you one thing that's really caught my attention. This is a totally new way to handle an adjusting lanyard. We got a couple of nice guys here to show it off. Take a look at that lanyard adjuster. This is all there is to it. All there is to it. And watch how it operates, both one-handed in and out. That is slicker than you know what. Like I said, Petzl kind of owns the word vertical, and this is why. It's the innovation they bring to the industry. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the show.
System. Now it's cabled higher, but you have an old set of cables that were maybe cut out or not visible. Maybe they broke out. There can be hardware in the tree, so it's good to actually think about that. If you understand how to cable a tree right as a prescription, going in and installing a new cable, you can think about what did the cable look like in the past, even if it's not present. If you see a cable dangling from an opposing stem at the exact height you're at, there's a good chance there's a hunk of metal in the stem you're in. Has anyone ever heard of near balance point rigging or any of these techniques? that's something where you can initiate a lot of swing. You can have pieces come down a little bit differently than the way we're doing it here, but as a safety factor, the way Tony is setting himself up is not just to have the piece move away from him, but to also invert and reduce his exposure to the piece swinging around as it comes down. It's going to orient, tip down, and get not only farther away from him, but below him almost immediately as part of the rig.
So now we're in a position where I'm in, work position. I got my suspension point. Now it's at a point, like I said, with a bigger saw, I can make my face cut and let this hinge down and over. But when I go to make my back cut, if I can safely do it, use the top of my bar, because it pushes me back into my system. It also throws the sawdust away from me, which I kind of like too. Right? I'll get home, big home. Let's go pull a notches.
Okay, Tony, thank you. Cut. All set? Already. Now, how easy is it when you've got 60, 70, 80 feet of room between the piece that's being rigged and the ground? You've got a lot of room for control.
Guys, I was here as the guest of Amy Tetrall. She's the marketing manager. She and her team put this thing on without a hitch, and the rest of the TCIA team, they just did a flawless job. I've been to other trade shows, but none more professional than the TCIA Expo. The booths, the equipment, the exhibits, the educational seminars, all first class. But the thing that impressed me most was the level of smart people that are available here on the floor to talk to. You come to one of these expos and you will leave a better climber, no question about it.